You know the feeling. A headache starts creeping in, or maybe a fever. You open the medicine cabinet and there it is, that trusty bottle you always reach for. You take a pill without a second thought because, well, it's harmless, right? What you're about to hear might make you rethink everything you thought you knew about that little white pill.
So let's just cut right to the chase. The question isn't just, is it safe? The real question we're digging into is whether one of the most common, most trusted pain relievers in the world is actually a poison in disguise, attacking your body on a cellular level.
And this quote really says it all. This is the core idea we have to face. A drug that you can buy at any convenience store, something you probably have in your house right now, can become what our source material calls a violent poison. A poison that literally destroys the very things that generate your body's energy.
Okay, so let's start with Section 1, and we're going to begin by tearing down a pretty dangerous myth, the idea that this everyday staple in our homes is totally free of any serious risk.
The drug we're talking about, of course, is acetaminophen. And look, it works for what it's supposed to do. But its reputation for being completely harmless, that's the real issue here. That belief, that perception, is what lets a trusted remedy turn into a toxin that's just hiding in plain sight. It's time to take a hard look at that trust.
Now, let's see how this all builds, because the damage, it doesn't start with something you can immediately feel. Nope. It starts quietly, deep down inside your cells, on a microscopic level. And this is where the poison really gets to work. So, let me introduce you to your mitochondria. These aren't just some random part of your cells. They are the engines. You have thousands of these little power plants in almost every single cell, and they're what generate the energy for every single thing you do. Every breath, every thought, every heartbeat. They are, quite literally, the source of all your energy. So what happens when those tiny power plants start to fail? Well, take a look at this list. Fatigue, headaches, depression, these aren't rare conditions, right? These are the sounds of your body's power grid failing. It's like a citywide brownout, but it's happening at the cellular level, and our sources connect this directly to mitochondrial dysfunction.
So what is causing this absolute catastrophe inside our cells? It's not some rare, exotic poison you have to track down. No, the culprit might be the very thing you just took to get rid of that headache.
And here it is. This slide just lays it all out. Look at this list of known mitochondrial toxins. You've got some heavy-duty drugs on there, and then, bam, acetaminophen. And look closer at what it does. It irreversibly inhibits a critical energy process. Irreversibly. That means it breaks a key part of your cellular engine, and that part does not get fixed.
As if a quiet war on your cells wasn't scary enough, the attack gets bigger. It becomes a direct chemical assault on one of the most vital organs in your entire body. And this is the question, isn't it? This is what everyone wants to know. Where is that line? At what point does that friendly little pain reliever stop being a helper and start becoming a poison?
Okay, you're going to want to remember this number, 4,000 milligrams. That is the absolute maximum daily dose for an adult. Why that number specifically? Because your liver is what has to process this stuff. Think of 4,000 milligrams as the red line. Going past it doesn't just strain your liver, it can break it.
So here's the bottom line. Stay under that limit, and for most people, the liver can handle it just fine. But the moment you go over, that whole system gets overwhelmed. It's like a dam bursting. The extra drug has nowhere to go, it turns toxic, and it starts actively destroying your liver cells. And this isn't a small thing. It can lead directly to acute liver failure.
And this isn't just a theory. There's actual proof. You can see the damage in your blood work. Doctors look for something called elevated liver enzymes. That's just the scientific way of saying they're seeing the signature of a stressed out organ. It's a clear signal that your liver is under attack and it is losing.
Okay, that was the problem. The pretty brutal, ugly truth. But this isn't about leaving you with fear. It's about giving you control. Because the sources we're looking at point to a much smarter, much more powerful way to actually deal with pain.
You see, this is the trap we fall into. We feel pain, so we pop a pill to make it go away. We're not actually fixing anything, we're just silencing the alarm. It's like cutting the wires to the fire alarm while the building is still on fire. It's this cycle that can lead to overuse and all the dangers we just talked about.
So what if we did something different? What if we stopped trying to just shut the alarm off, and instead, we started looking for the fire? This is the huge shift in thinking we need to make, moving away from just masking symptoms and toward actually finding and fixing the root cause of the pain itself.
And this right here, this is your toolkit. These are the 5 most powerful ways to put out that fire. And it's not just about living healthy. Think about it. Sleep is when your cells repair themselves. Physical activity helps control inflammation. Nutrition is the fuel that literally rebuilds your mitochondria. And managing stress and your relationships, that's how you control your body's internal alarm systems. When you focus on these, you can get to a place where you don't even need the pill.
So we'll leave you with this one final thought. The next time you reach for that pain reliever, you have a choice to make. Are you just going to put a temporary patch on the problem, one that comes with a pretty toxic cost? Or are you going to start addressing the real issue? The answer to that question could really define the future of your health.